Hello, I'm Gloria Mwase. I'm the Senior Vice President for Partnerships, Research, Impact, and Innovation at CAIL. The Advancing Delta Talent Initiative is an equity-focused initiative of CAIL that really seeks to build talent pipelines for employers in the Delta region and create economic opportunity for the residents of that region. The goals of the initiative are several. The first is to create talent pipelines for employers. So there are many employers, especially in several target industry sectors that we're focusing on, which are manufacturing, healthcare, and transportation and logistics. So employers in the Delta region need skilled workers, and these are primarily rural communities. And so this initiative is helping to prepare those residents to take advantage of the jobs that exist in their own communities so that they don't have to leave their communities to work and to help their families thrive. The Delta region that we're focusing on actually includes parts of 2 states. So we're looking at the Delta region in Arkansas, which is being served by Arkansas State University Mid-South, and we're looking at the Delta region in Mississippi, which is being served by Coahoma Community College. They both have differences, but also some similarities. Both of the regions have employers that have strong demand for skilled workers in the manufacturing, healthcare, and transportation and logistics industry sectors. Some of the occupational pathways vary across those industry sectors, and so we'll be working with these college partners to help meet those needs. Our partners are 2 of our community college members. One is Arkansas State University Mid-South, which is a predominantly Black institution in West Memphis, Arkansas, right across the river from Memphis, Tennessee. The other is Coahoma Community College, which is a historically Black college and university in the Clarksdale, Mississippi area. We selected these 2 institutions because they are part of the Delta Regional Authority service area. In addition to the community colleges, there are several other partners. We're working with the Workforce Development Board of East Arkansas, which is the local workforce board in the Arkansas region, and we're also working with the Delta Workforce Development Area Board, which is the local workforce board in the Clarksdale area. We need the workforce boards to be a part of the conversation and bring in resources. We need community organizations that provide supportive services to help participants. So bringing all of the partners together to add whatever they have to offer to support employers and these residents. First and foremost, we want to do 2 things, is meet the needs of employers by preparing a skilled workforce using Delta residents. So engaging these residents in occupational training programs that prepare them for these good jobs. Secondly, we want to expand the number of adult learners who are engaged in these occupational pathways. Both of our college partners are very adept at engaging traditional age students. And this is an opportunity to expand adult learners who are 25 years and older, typically have families, they have financial responsibilities, many work full-time. They see themselves as moms or employees or spouses, and they don't see their primary identity as students, as traditional age students would be. They don't see their primary identity as students, as traditional age students might see themselves. But they are trying to improve their skills so that they can advance in their careers. We want to see more of those learners in these programs and filling some of these jobs. We see this as a big part of addressing equity and centering equity in CAIL's work. We are working intentionally in regions that have many underrepresented populations that we're trying to engage through this initiative. So clearly, because these are persistent poverty communities, we're dealing with economically disadvantaged individuals, and so we're trying to help raise their income levels. We're also dealing with primarily communities of color, African American, but there are also other populations that live there as well. We're engaging through this work and the partnerships that our colleges have with just as involved individuals who are either coming out of correctional facilities or will soon be released. And we're looking at disadvantaged youth who are our adult learners of the future. If we're not preparing them now, they're going to come back to us later because they don't have the skills to really perform in our economy. We are intentionally focused on a very underrepresented, hard-to-serve population. But we're working in communities that are vibrant. They may be economically disadvantaged, but they have lots of strengths that we're leveraging as well. They're resilient, and we really want to help the residents of these communities see opportunity, expand opportunity through the good quality jobs that we're working to help fill, offered by employers who are based in these communities. We see that if people can increase their educational levels, they can expand their income, they can expand their quality of life. That creates transformation not only for that individual but also for their families. Because we're also intentionally seeking to engage adult learners, that really brings in the family dynamic. So it's not just a young person, a student, although we do want to engage some of those. But when you are able to help a parent gain a career, that's transformative for the whole family. That then becomes transformative for their communities as well. So one of the things that we're doing to support the engagement of adult learners in these two institutions is really building their capacity to engage these students. That requires a real understanding about who are the adult learners within their institutions, what kinds of programs are they engaged in, and what policies and practices, programs and services are available to meet their needs. So CAEL has a number of products and services that we're utilizing to support building the capacity of these institutions, but also support helping these institutions better serve adult learners. I'm very happy to say that we'll be using our new Allies framework, our Adult Learner Leaders for Institutional Effectiveness framework that helps institutions take a change management approach to serving adult learners. CAEL has a signature Adult Learner 360 assessment that engages adult learners as well as faculty and staff of an institution to better understand their perceptions and experiences around the use of whatever programs and services are offered, where they see strengths and where they see gaps. That combined with the Allies framework will give us a blueprint to work with these institutions, identifying some concrete areas where we can begin to do some work to build out their capacity and programs. CAEL has been a leader in credit for prior learning for decades, and we're excited to bring that expertise to this work as well. We know that credit for prior learning allows adult learners to get credits for college level learning that they've attained in their lives through informal training, through on-the-job training, through prior professional certifications, through self-study, through lived experience that really speaks to skills and competencies that they have to demonstrate in their college experience. And so when we do these credit for prior learning assessments, we are able to help these individuals get credit for that prior experience that applies to college level learning. It shortens the time that it takes for them to complete their credentials, and it saves them money for courses that they don't have to take because they've already received credit for it. Many of our adult learners don't feel like they're college level material, and they've never envisioned themselves going to college, or some went to college and it didn't work out for them. They may have some credits but no degree, but this is an opportunity for them to come into the institution or come back into the institution and to be seen as a college student because they're receiving credit for college level learning that they've received in previous experiences. It communicates that they're already learning. It communicates that you're already doing college level learning, and that matters. We value that, and we want to give you credit for that. It helps to promote greater persistence, greater motivation as these students often take more classes and want to go farther in their pathways because the institution has already invested in them by recognizing their prior learning. We're working with some community partners who are helping us to reach the target populations that we're trying to serve. In the Mississippi area, one of those partners, for instance, is the Mississippi Delta Council for Farm Workers. And because of the agrarian roots of both of those communities, there are lots of migrant farm workers and that can take advantage of this opportunity to gain skills in another area and actually get into good quality jobs. In the Arkansas area, we're going to work with the Boys and Girls Club of Crittenden County. And we're really excited about that because that organization wants to tell the parents of their young people about this initiative so that they can take advantage of it. Again, it comes back to that transformation that can happen at the family level. And even working with the East Arkansas Family Health Center. Again, another service organization, but excited and often getting requests from patients about, do you know where people are hiring? Where I can go to get some training. And so they already are a trusted partner in the community, and this is an opportunity to leverage that to have them refer some of those adult learners to our programs.